Hello, beautiful Libra gang. Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. That is me. If you're watching this video, you resonate with the sign of Libra in some capacity. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever you got, everybody is welcome here. I'm happy to have you guys. Typically this time of year, or I shouldn't say this time of year, this time of month, I'm prepping to do monthlies, like general tarot messages, but it just kind of feels like we need some love and some lighthearted energy. So yeah, I'm gonna do love readings early. So this is going to be roughly for mid-March into mid-April, but as you know, energy's free-flowing. It's kind of hard to put a fixed start and end date on it. So anyway, I encourage you to take these messages as they present themselves. Ultimately, you are in the driver's seat. It's up to you which messages you want to take away. I ask that you come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, but ultimately only take away with you messages that seem pertinent for you, that resonate, that inspire you, motivate you, illuminate you to something new, or confirm something that you need to hear. Anything that feels strange or foreign, drop it like it's hot. Don't pay it any mind. Know that not every message in this reading will be yours. Everything else about this reading will be in the description box below, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I am The Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram, as well as .com. Like, share, subscribe wherever you can, including on this video here. That helps me out a whole lot. And we're gonna hop in momentarily, a couple more shuffles for Libra in love. If you don't currently have a person, this could represent someone coming in. Could also represent someone from your past showing up as well. I do just want to acknowledge times are weird right now. Times are kind of crazy, but I think that's even more reason for us all to be participating in small activities that bring us joy and optimism and positivity. And I love doing this, doing channel or videos for my channel here at The Intuitive Teacup. It brings me joy to connect with you people from, the safety of our quarantined homes right now. So if these messages seem like they're not useful to you, if you're not looking for a romantic partnership or even just curious, even for entertainment purposes, I understand that. So yes, not everybody is ready for these messages right now, but again, I'm kind of doing it half for me because this is my job. This is what I love to do. So if you guys are willing to lend an ear and open to messages, then awesome. Happy to have you guys. But I do send everybody like safe, happy, healthy, optimistic, positive vibes. I do just want to acknowledge that, right? All right, let's hop in, Libra. Your energy. 10 of Pentacles. Hell yeah. Are you in the money? Are you doing well financially? Are you thinking about marriage with someone? I'm going to immediately hop into where's your head at. Clarity. I love that. Potentially a new beginning with an air sign, though it doesn't have to be. It could be some sort of formal communication or some sort of formal offer. Emotionally, so emotionally you're still getting over a little bit of pain, a little bit of heartbreak. Something may have happened recently that made you feel a little bit wounded or isolated. This is sort of a card of going through some major hardships in life. So emotionally you're not in a great place, but mentally you're in a very, very pure place. I did hear argumentative though, so maybe you're just having an out with somebody in your life where it's just like, I'm better off without you, like peace out. There could be that sort of vibe and energy. And then the action forward that you're taking is the Magician. Okay, love it. Stepping into your power, the master manifester, ready to create something new in your world. And ultimately it's Mercury energy, so communication with people that inspire you, that motivate you. With this card, you're trying to get someone's attention. You're wanting to stand out from the crowd. You're wanting, it's almost like I'm sort of getting someone like waving in the air, like, hey, I'm over here. Do you see me? Interesting. So let me absorb the messages here. Your energy is great though. 10 of Pentacles, that's fantastic. You may be getting things together in your home or in your house or in your job, trying to organize and make sure everyone or everything is accounted for. Like organization is coming through for my Libras. Emotionally, you may be dealing, and I'm not necessarily predicting this. Again, please use your logic and wisdom to know if it's a message for you. You might be dealing with someone close to you who's quite ill or who has even broken a bone, or someone who's just kind of going through a difficult time. I think you're leading the charge, though. It's almost like, I think I said the same thing to Cancer. Metaphorically, you're having to help this person who's going through an unfortunate situation. You're like, all right, come this way. Like, we're going to make it. Don't you give up on me. So it might be a Cancer you're dealing with, just because I remember saying the same thing to them. What's great about this card, yes, fives are awkward, right? They're agents of change and chaos and kind of some upheaval in our life. But what's so great about this card is that while you think you're at it alone, you're not. There's someone next to you. And while you think, oh my God, we're at it alone, there's nobody else, the church is right behind you. So it's almost recognizing that every time you hit a roadblock or an obstacle, it's recognizing there's actually a way out, or there's actually someone there that can help you. You, I think, are feeling, there's something about you're the optimistic one, particularly if you have a child who's struggling in school, or just someone who's, you may be with someone who's physically disabled, right? Maybe they literally walk around on crutches, right? It doesn't have to be, a terminal illness by any means, but yeah, it's almost like you're carrying the weight, the heavy load, because someone else is needing to lean on you for emotional support, if not physical, right? Or monetary, right? Financial support for some of you. And that may have put a wedge in your relationship. It may be sort of like an awkward conversation of like, I'm happy to help you with rent this month, but I gotta be honest with you, like this can't be a habit, or this can't be a thing. Particularly if it is your child, Libra. You may have your child moving back in with you if they're it's like with this energy, it's like you're the home, you are the safety the safety spot. You are like, whether you're with a husband or a wife and kids and grandkids and whatever it is, there's something about you're the core of the family. You help keep everyone together. I don't know why, if this is relevant to some, but with this card, I heard, like you help them take the load off their plate, or the weight that they're carrying. That song, The Weight by the band, take a load off Manny, Fanny, Annie, I don't know. Take a load for me. What is that song? Take the load for free and put the weight right on me, or put the load right on me. Yeah, it's basically like, I got you. Whatever you need, like don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of you. I think you're doing that for someone in your life. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic love. It could be, especially if it's an ex that you have like an okay relationship. Perhaps you had kids and you divorced or something like that. There is something about when times are tough, when this person really needs someone to lean on, you're like, okay, come, you can come stay at my house, pull out couch, whatever, right? Could also be your child, your parent, whatever. But I think you're looking for an outlet for love. Again, how I said, you're trying to get someone's attention. I do think in multiple ways. There's a couple messages here. Again, kind of indicating to this person who's leaning on you, like, I'm happy to do it this time, but like we can't make a habit of it because like I have my own kind of shit to deal with. So, you're welcome to stay, you're welcome to do this or whatever. But there is like drawing a line in the sand and stepping into your power and not being not a doormat, but you don't want to be taken advantage of is basically what I'm saying. I don't really sense that the person coming in has bad intentions. I will say, and earmuffs to the cross watchers, I don't mean this in a rude way, but it's presenting here. This person who's coming in has a little bit of a victim mentality. It's like their situation is always so much harder than yours, or they're always going through it, and a little bit kind of like, woe is me. And that's not everybody, right? But there is, particularly if it's an ex that maybe you cut it off with because, you couldn't be like their mother essentially, or father. There's kind of like a parent-child dynamic here. That person is constantly coming to you. And again, it's just like this woe is me, but they have no sense of like, kind of needing to weather the storm. Like, what is the expression? Like to step up and be a man or be a woman or go at it like face on or head on, to really, it's like being able to look at themselves and realize that they need to muster up, or they need to man up. I just keep hearing man up. It's important for you to not be a pushover. Set very firm boundary lines with this person so that you don't get taken advantage of. While all that is happening, I don't sense there's romantic love in that relationship. It feels very familial, or again, someone who's like in the friend zone now. There's someone else who's caught your eye, potentially a Gemini or a Virgo, that you're trying to get their attention and sort of flirt with them. I'm almost getting from across the room. So it could be someone you work with, or someone that you just kind of know socially, someone you see from time to time, at the grocery store or at the bank or something like that. The color red is significant. I don't know if Maybe you specifically wear like red lipstick or paint your nails red, or maybe it's just the color you wear when you're trying to get someone's attention because you see it as like a very bold, powerful color. Interesting. So 3 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, okay, so there's something about this when you want to be off duty and not serve as like the mother or the healer. A lot of you may actually work in like the medical industry or do like physical therapy with patients who are recuperating from something. Yeah, you could be a nurse or a doctor or a psychologist or somebody who helps people in healing. It could even be spiritual healing. It's almost like when you're off the clock, you don't want to come home and still have to do that for like your family. So there's something about the person you're attracted to is very self-reliant. They're not the type who's in victim mode or victim mentality and constantly leaning on you for things. It's the opposite. The person you're interested in is very empowered. It might also be a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, which is interesting because of all the signs, I don't typically always see the water signs as being the most independent and empowered. You know, some, sure, but my deck's not upside down. Yeah, I think you're done with player energy. You're done being used. You're done with people taking advantage of you and relationships that don't offer any reciprocity. You're looking for the perfect balance of someone you find physically attractive and like you're sexually attracted to, but also someone who doesn't, it's someone who doesn't overpower your energy. You need to be with someone where you both are like a meeting of the minds, equal counterparts, like puzzle pieces that fit just so, but nobody has it's something about nobody has the upper hand or the power dynamic is equal. It's 50-50. Yeah, you don't want to be a doormat. You don't want to be constantly catering to other people's ideas and lifestyles and this and that. So you found someone that you're interested in. It might be a Leo. But yeah, there's something about the mixed lines of communication, or you're fearful that they don't see you or that they're not acknowledging your, trying to be flirtatious either via text or something like that. You're thinking that your words are being misconstrued, that they misunderstood, or that some of you might be teachers too, or the person you're interested in might be a teacher or a professor of some kind, particularly science or math. I heard I can't do the sum. So there's something about like the equation, it's not adding up just right, but you see potential in it. You see something that could be quite balanced and beautiful and harmonious about this relationship. Libra, my scales, looking for that balance, right? It's almost like you wish you could, something about draw them a map of how to get to it. Maybe you've given this person directions, but it's more in metaphor. I don't think this is literal. It's almost like you think you're being very obvious with the signals you're giving off, but they're just not getting it. And so it's almost like you would be like, here, this, when I sent you this and I said I like you, it's because I want to hang out with you. Like you're trying to be very like shake it into their brain because they're just not getting it. And I don't necessarily think that it's the feelings are unmatched. They're just kind of like flighty. And I don't know if you know that, because I don't think you would be attracted to someone who's flighty, but maybe if it's a fire sign, I don't know, there's maybe like a streak of rebellion in them that you find kind of attractive. But that would be like a passing thing for you, because what I sense you're looking for is like the package deal. Someone who offers legacy, longevity, very grounded, very stable, potential for huge amounts of growth. But you're also with someone who's a little bit draining on your emotions, so we got to figure that out. And like, if you can kind of kick that to the curb a little bit, in a nice way, right? The occasional favor here and there, there's nothing wrong with that, but make sure you're not being taken advantage of by someone else. And again, this person isn't someone who's trying to use you. You've just been the natural default or the natural fallback for them for either financial help or this and that through the years. And I think you're getting to the point where you're about to cut them off, because they're their own worst enemy. They're not using this difficult time in their life and using it in a higher vibration to empower themselves to make changes. It's like every time something goes awry or gets, every time something goes wrong, they come to you wanting to fix it, but they're not phrasing it like that. They're just like, oh, can you help me out? But it's like, well, when does this stop? When do you stop having to be like their parent, So this person you're interested in, they have the Wheel of Fortune coming up in their energy. So yeah, they're looking to expand their network of people. They're ready for some new cycles. They may be kicking ass in their career as well, or have money. And again, the idea of saving money, putting some away for a rainy day, ensuring like safety and security, that's on their mind too. And I think that's like a common interest you both share. This is a Jupiter card, so it does talk about the idea of expansion and good fortune. It's also sometimes a card of Sagittarius. So you might be dealing with a Sagittarius, especially a Sagittarius who's very money-wise, money savvy. And there's something about being around their energy. It doesn't have to be a Sagittarius, but something about this person's energy is very spiritually healing. There's an element of fun. You feel like you don't have to be so serious all the time when you're with them. They bring out like the lighthearted, fun energy when you're with them. So in their headspace, they have the King of Wands. Okay. So yeah, wanting to be your protector, wanting to be that person that you can lean on for support. Because it seems like, again, you're constantly having to do that for other people. They like being that person you can go to at the end of the day, and they embrace you with their warmth. It doesn't have to be a masculine energy, but with King of Wands coming up, it is sort of leaning in that direction a little bit. Could certainly be same-sex couples too. But yeah, mentally, it makes them feel very, how do I say this? They like being in that role for you. They like being your support system. It makes them feel good about themselves when they can do a favor for you and help you out on occasion. Emotionally, where they are at, they have the Page of Cups. Okay, so this person may not be the most vulnerable at times, but they do have love for you. They do fantasize about a future with you, but there may be some sort of major contract they're waiting to sign at work, or waiting for some sort of deal or job offer, especially if they're an artist of any kind. They're artistically or creatively constipated right now, and it's really frustrating for them. They're trying to get this emotion up and out, but again, even in terms of professing love and romance, they're not the most forthright or forthcoming with how they feel. So there is a sense of needing to like pull it out of them, and that's sort of what I was getting with this card too. The idea of like trying to send someone like smoke signals, just like, "Hello, do you even see me?" I think they do. I think they actually acknowledge you quite a bit, but they're not necessarily acknowledging anything below surface level. It's all very like either friendship or friend zone, or we're dating, but you're looking for more depth from this person. And it's not that it's not there. I think they're just distracted by other things, particularly work. They may have a family that, again, I don't think they're married per se, but they may have 3 children, specifically 3 daughters. That's not for everybody. But yeah, they may have other things going on in their life that is taking up their time. Again, particularly like a career that is very artistic. They might work in marketing, or having to come up with like a jingle or an idea, or like a marketing strategy or a campaign, or it's something that's like they're up all hours of the night trying to work on that. And so even when you hang out with them, as tired as they are, I think they try and put on a good face, but they seem kind of exhausted. Yeah, it's like they need a nap. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. This person may have a kitty cat that they're very fond of, or if you have a cat, they like hanging out with it. They like playing with it. So what movement are they taking? The Knight of Cups, beautiful. So yeah, they're going to come forward with an offer that shows a bit more emotion. It's the Knight, right? It's not the King or the Queen, but it's progress, because where they're at currently is the Page. So I think in the coming weeks or months, they're going to kick it up a notch. They're going to kick it up into high gear. But it's because it's funny how I was saying you may dress a certain way around them, particularly if nothing is exclusive yet. If you guys aren't really dating, you're just kind of casually, seeing each other on occasion, or friends, or even colleagues at work. There's something about you dressing a specific way or doing something specific when they're around or in the room. Something about if you keep doing that, eventually it will get their attention. And I think the thing is, they recognize that you're doing it, or whatever, whatever, you wear that red scarf. They notice it. They like it, right? I think part of you is like, why can't they get it through their thick skull that I like them? Like, I'm putting out the vibes. They feel the vibes. There's just a lot going on in their life right now where they can't move towards it just yet, but I do sense that is coming. Knights always bring change and movement into our life, and with the Knight of Cups, cups being our heart space, our emotions, There's going to be forward movement in love. Your person might be a writer as well. Again, arts and creativity. They could have strong water in their chart. Oh, you got the cat again. This person, yeah, there's something about a cat is important here. Either they have cats or you have cats, or you both mutually bond over cats. Maybe you guys send each other like funny like cat videos or something like that. The name Cat, it could be short for Catherine or Kathy or something like that. That could be one of their children's names. Again, I get something about they at least have a daughter, if not multiple daughters. Or they could, okay, and they could have grown up in a household where they had 3 siblings and 3 of them were girls. Whether this is a male or female, for some reason I'm wanting to lean towards the fact that for most of my Libras watching, you're interested in males, but that's not everyone. I want to acknowledge that. So this is so funny. I said this to someone else and I don't remember what sign it was. And I'm not even sure it was this time around. It could have been in career and finances. So if this was your message, I don't mean to relay the same thing over and over again, but I'm getting this again. There's something about this person is very, they don't wear their emotions on their sleeve. They keep their true emotions concealed because they are afraid to be vulnerable. They're not the most sensitive person. So again, I'm wanting to say they may be a Sag or a Leo. They don't love being vulnerable and expressing themselves. When they do, it's through their art. It's through their work. It's through their creative projects. But this person bears their soul to their pet, particularly if they have a cat. It's almost, I don't think you would know this, but there's some cute message where when they're alone and they're kind of like spitballing ideas, they talk to their cat. And I want to be clear, they're not insane. They know the cat isn't going to talk back to them. But it's just that funny thing you do when you're alone with your pet and you're like, hey, are you hungry, buddy? It's that type of thing, but they do it about their emotions. And they may even be doing that with like, hey, do you think Libra likes me? You know, should I give him this? Should I give Libra that? Like it's that kind of... It's just funny. Their cat knows all their secrets. Isn't that funny? It might be a Cancer you're dealing with, though it doesn't have to be. Anyway, we'll throw one more on that. This person might be the baby of their family, the youngest child. Or again, they may have children. Or they may have a relatively young child with a person that they have since split up with. But yeah, 3 of Pentacles, they're looking to build. This romantic offer that offers, that brings forward progress and movement, it's to build something. It's to make a solid offer in terms of growth. It is the card of teamwork. So again, for some of you, you might work with this person, but yeah, it looks very optimistic. Health. All right. So I do want to say one or both of you work in like the health, the health profession, the medical profession. And it's also just a reminder, make sure you're taking care of your body, exercise, dieting. Make sure, especially if you're burning the candles at both ends, like if you have a long ass day at work and then you come home to again, like either a child or like a needy parent or an ex that's like staying with you or something like that. Make sure you're focusing on your own mental health, your mental sanity, as well as your emotional health. Because yeah, it's where your emotions rest that things are a little turbulent right now. I think, like, I hate to say it, but I think you're sexually frustrated, Libra, because you're excited about this person, but you think they just don't get it. They're just not coming in and like making that offer towards me. I think they will, but they have their hands full. So let it happen organically, right? The way seeds will develop over time. This could stand the test of time, right? Your energy, you're looking for the long term. So yeah, usually the people who are going to offer you long term don't come in very fast. You have Knight of Wands in reverse. That's one of the fastest moving knights. They're coming up slow, right? They're coming up more as the Knight of Cups, right? It's more fluid. It's water energy. Romance angels for Libra. You already got 2. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Beautiful. And reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I think that's true for most of you. I don't think it's someone that you are going to be particularly thrilled to see. I don't think it's something you need to be fearful of if you were in like an abusive relationship in the past. It's not that. It's someone who's a bit of like a sad sack. No offense. But yeah, it's someone who, again, they're constantly just like, they need you for support, for emotional support, for mental support, for Physical support. And I want to be careful how I phrase this, because for some of you, they literally have a disability. They may even, I want to say they may have broken a bone too, something as simple as that. But it's more the metaphor of they're always leaning on you for support. So again, set healthy boundaries with that person. You can't always be, the superhero. Be realistic about how much you're able to give. Because it's not in your nature to be greedy, right? You are the card of justice, right? You like fair and equality among groups. But this person, yeah, they kind of take advantage of that a little bit. All right, a few more Zodiac cards there we go. That one flew out. Okay. Zodiac signs that want to come out. Libra, that's your card. You might be dealing with another Libra. Possible. You have Pisces. That doesn't surprise me. You had a couple water signs. Let's see. Sagittarius, absolutely. Virgo, and Scorpio. All right, so Virgo, Scorpio, Libra, Pisces, and Sagittarius. Those are the ones that wanted to come out. In terms of major arcana, you had the Wheel of Fortune, so that's, again, Sagittarius, Jupiter vibes. You also had the Magician, which is Gemini and Virgo. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys. So please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below if any of this resonates for you, Libra, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye.